Hey YouTube. We'll be recording the video for Track Meet Borderlands. It took me a while. Just started the machine, then had to do the nmap scan, save some time, but that took quite a number of minutes. Anyways, we have the scan results back. From my understanding, it appears that from what this looks like, maybe probably miniscope a workflow. We first have to compromise the web application. Then we may have to go through these network devices before we can get in these other network areas or zones. Let's look at the nmap scan. I ran an nmap scan using the XP service version, the script phone on the first 10,000 ports. Funny enough, discovered this host. Anyways, but after that, we found port 22. Obviously, we're not interested in that. You might want to look out for a few other things in there anyways, but we're not going to look at that. We just go to port 80. So on port 80, we see there's Nginx, Ubuntu. We see there's we attempted a DOM-based XSS, but that didn't work. Then also stored, didn't find anything. Then also the server header is what interests me. So more likely the mini brute force, what you'll find with GoBurst or other stuff. And it found this directory.git. That's quite an interesting one. So on my browser, we're going to try and see if we can first browse to this IP address. I'm going to paste this here. Okay, we're greeted with this. We have to put in a username and a password. Okay, but we probably do not have any of those. If we read through this, maybe look at the page source. Probably we see it's coming from a source PNG that was loaded. Then it's just this pretty much basic stuff happening there. So even if I put in a random admin, then maybe just a random password, bad username or password. Okay, that's probably an error message. We could try and brute force against this, but that would be kind of like a bad job to do. We see there are some PDF files here. We could grab them down and analyze them if this was more like something I'm being paid to do. But I ain't gonna be doing any of those. But I see there's a link to download of a prototype, so I'm going to grab that because we may have to do analysis on it. I'll grab that APK and save it. Then I'll try and move it to my current folder where I created for Borderland. So I'm going to go back and move sorry, I'm working for my Parrot OS today. Downloads mobile APK. I'll move it in here, so we have it in there. Okay, great. So we will try to navigate to this Git directory within this web application. So let's try the Git and see if we can load that up. Okay, but we know something is there because it found it here. But we cannot browse it. Maybe we'll have to look for a way to probably grab something, but I saved you some time, did some research, then I found an exploit. In fact, I actually pulled it down on my box. It's the Git hack, a tool that we can use to brute force against or extract content from this .git path. So we'll be using that. But let's just look at the nmap again. Probably if you find any other useful thing. We did an enum. I found the info.php. I found the Git's head. We're also going to be going after this. But let's try and see if we can reach it from here. We see we probably can extract the file and download it to our local box. Okay, so maybe I'm just going to save that file, and once again I'm going to move that file to here. So we'll just use the same command we used earlier. Sorry about that. But this time around, we're moving, I think it's head, OC. Okay, we just move it in here and we have it in there. Okay, pretty much cool. We'll clear the screen. Then we see the PHP session ID thing. Pretty much some legacy vulnerabilities, CVs there. Maybe we'll not be doing any of this now, but this was a paid job. I would have to, if it's within my scope, I would have to try all this, see what I can get from there. Seeing some couldn't validate a cross-site request vulnerability, but the vulner script found these CVs. We could go Google and read them up, or check exploit DB, find a few stuff, see if any of them gives a remote code execution, and probably quickly try that out. Then we see on port 8080, it's the TCP thing, so maybe that tells me, or maybe a proxy or traffic, probably transfer stuff. We're seeing this HTTP proxy. Cool. Okay, so we are going to go to our next walkthrough. Now we've been able to grab a few stuffs. We've also been able to see a few stuffs. So we will be using the exploit which I spoke about. Since we saw that .git path, we'll run that exploit against it, see if we can extract some files. So if I cd into that git hack, if I list content quickly, we'll see there's this git hack.py. So I'm going to run. If I cut the content, we'll see it's actually specified Python 2. That's why I'm not going to be using Python 3, because it didn't specify Python 3 there. So I'm going to clear this. I'll use Python. Then I'll pass in that git hack.py. Then I'll pass in the path to the. I'm just going to come here. I'll copy this. Then I'll just replace this here. But I'll remove the head because I'm going after the gits. So look at what it's doing. It's downloading, extracting the content of that .git. If you probably want to know more about this stuff, you could go Google and read about it. You get to understand why this is happening. But it's pretty much fun stuff to go check out. So we will list the content. We'll see it created a directory with the IP address of the server. So we'll seed it to that IP address. And then we'll see there are quite a number of good contents in there. Okay, we'll have to analyze each of them. Basically, that's what the pen test to be about, right? You got to analyze them, see if you can find anything from them. But from I've done a background job, like I told you, so save you some time. I realized that there are quite a number of useful stuff. Some of them we saw when we loaded that website, just to show you. You see, some of them are actually here, like the content, red teaming guide, white paper, pen test, some good stuff to have in your arsenal also for your own consumption. Actually, we saw the CTX and all that cool stuff. So the other ones, the ones that are not here, are what we'll be focusing on, like this API.php, then the home.php info, and the index, as well as the functions. But I've saved you some time. If I cut the content of home, we will see that there's an API name, API value there. We might be needing this somewhere along the line. Also, we will see there's this API key again being repeated here. Then just look around, probably if there's any other useful stuff that we will find in here. Okay, showing us the method, the type hidden, then the value in the API keys. Okay, so this is basically what is in here. Maybe we'll cut the other contents. I'm not sure if there's any question that requires the API key. Let's go check. What is the API key that fits the following pattern? Okay, this is quite interesting. and okay, explore the APK. What is the API key that fits the following pattern? Web. Explore the web app. So maybe this is the API key. I'm going to copy this and go try if that's the value for this second question. Oh, great. So we've been able to grab one of them, at least one down. We've answered this first question. What is the API key that fits the following pattern? Git. We should find that somewhere here also, since we're within that Git thing happening. Let's look at the hints. Explore Git. Okay, so great. I'm going to clear the screen. I'm going to go out of this directory. We still have this thing in here. So they gave us a hint. We can explore Git to find the second one. Now, basically, we saw that head content and we were able to grab that head content. I think we saved it. Go back. Can I cut the content of head? Okay, there's pretty much nothing in there, but can I maybe I don't know if there was a way to read this that would be pretty much easier for me to ls.l on that head. What can I use to open this? No, let me see. Maybe this one is just this flag. There's pretty much nothing in here. I'm going to list the content, APK prototype. Let me go back into that Git, that's server. Let me see. There's info. Let me just look around if I'll find anything. Pretty much nothing in info. Index. Okay, seems to be this is it encoded stuff happening there with some padding. Okay. I'm not sure. I'm going to be playing with that for now. What else do I have in there? API.php. Can I cut the content of API PHP? Any useful stuff in there? See, it's passing this and not equal to this. API keys 020 and not equal to this, and substring get API. This seems like a different one. This could be one of those flags. I think let's go see. What is the flag in the var www? Okay, nothing like that. The Git. How do we find this Git stuff? What other directory do I have here? I've looked at home, functions. Pretty much it's going to be on the functions. Password hash, decrypt. Okay, that's giving me hints. Maybe if I have to do a brute force, we might need to know that a password hash is a decrypt. DB password, DB root, username is root, password is this. Is this like a fixed password that we can use to authenticate? Okay, we can try using this to authenticate on the, let's see, there's roots, then there's this. Can we, is this the bcrypt stuff? Can we maybe copy this and try crack station? Can we use crack station to maybe see if it can crack this thing? I'm not sure. I'm just trying random stuff. I'm seeing roots over there, so I'm not sure that's gonna work. Obviously it didn't work. Okay, good. Can I use it to authenticate directly? I'm just trying out random stuff, like I told you. I haven't done this before, so okay, we might need some blocks. And I want to leave all this in the video so you understand how this stuff works. Sometimes it's not really a quick grab, smash and grab stuff that you just do. I'm going to brute force that Git directory using GoBuster. what's that? I'm just going to copy this here, pass it in here. Then I'll go to Git, then w user user share word list the buster directory lists. What option do we have there? 2.3 medium. That should be fine. Let's see. We see there's index, there's info. We found those ones already. Is there any other interesting thing in there that we probably might take advantage of? I don't know. While that is brute forcing, I'll just look around. I'll split this screen. Then I'll look in here. Is there anything that we're not seeing here? Config. Interesting. Okay, let's check config. Git config. Okay, so we can pull this down as well. Cool stuff. There's logs. Okay, let's save this. I'm just going to move home cyber citrix download config here. Oh, no, so I'm going to put it in there. Just going to quickly copy this. Then I'll go back. Okay, I'll put that thing in here. Okay, then I see there is logs. Let's go check logs. Okay, this is interesting. Object description, and those are pretty much basic stuff. I'm going to cancel this Go Buster. I think I'm going to brute force this directory. I don't know. Let me, because it's not like there's something that I could download. For the other ones, I already have them. So I'm going to copy this and I'm going to run this Go Buster scan again, but I'll point that to I'll point it to this. Then I'll use a different. I think I can just use this dictionary. Let me see. If it's going to find anything. So, but basically, we get this for forbidden stuff. So let's see if GoBuster finds an interesting thing. I probably would have used the dictionary common. Maybe that would have been a bit faster. I really don't. I think I don't want to clear this and because I didn't save it. So I'm going to see if I can probably look for. Would that be what it saved as? Okay. Word list were brute common. Word list common.txt. Okay, I'm going to stop this. I want to make this pretty much faster for me. Word list common, isn't it there? Oh, deb. Okay. User share deb. Okay. Word list common txt. Let me see. Okay, this was pretty fast. So I can see there's htaccess, hta, htpass, cool stuff. Okay, let's see what else can we grab from there. I'm going to clear the screen. Then we found this head thing. Pretty much, can I just do a random check? Is there like a head here? Okay, cool. So there's also a head here. I'm going to save this, and I'm going to, what should I move it into? I already have a head here. So can I remove this head? And grab me a new head into this place. Okay, put it in here. Can I cut the content of this head? Okay, so this one has some content, some stuff's in there since it's from that log. Let's see if there's any interesting thing in here. So context information security requirement context. Created repo. Okay, more like some logs happening here. We type API gateway. It's a commits. Okay, so I see more like there's some very interesting stuff happening here. We see it points to those files which we had seen earlier. There's this white paper PDF, added mobile APK, beta testing. So the git commit, remove sensitive data. I'm pretty much interested in that. What kind of sensitive data would that have been? So can we maybe follow the track on which we see removing sensitive data? We can see that's happening on this B27 whatever. We'll keep a track on that and see if there's a way for us to maybe if we can get those content back. I'm not sure how that's going to work, but probably we see we might be able to point to that commits and see if we can actually take advantage of it. I see there's 79 happening here, then I see there's this here, so I'm going to take advantage of that. I'm going to clear the screen. I'm going to let me see if I can go to that path, then extract the content of these files. If I'm able to do that, that might work as a charm anyways. So HTTP will go to the API. I think I can just copy that here, save me some time. So I'm going to clear this up, paste this in here. So I'm going to .git, the objects. Then I'm going to, I see it was 79 removing sensitive data. So 79. Then we'll grab that signature and we'll paste that in here. Let's see if probably we're able to, okay, no such file. That's interesting. Which other one can we check for? Maybe we'll see. Probably I can copy this one, which was attached to, and try that all over again. Let's see. I'm basically trying to see if I can extract. Okay, no such file of directory. Okay, so there seems to be a good cleaning done there by that person. But what can we do? What can we do? Can we maybe okay, I'm going to have to think of this around. Maybe I can create a new init, git init, then maybe create some random files, then use that as a way to probably extract the data. Will that work? Okay, I'm going to try something.